sorry ass DJ.
So now let's say we have a function of y is equal to x cubed, and then we want to find the volume when rotating this curve from the x-axis, and we want the portion of the curve where it's bounded from x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 3. When we plot the function, this is what it looks like. So to solve this function using this method, we need to use this formula where v is equal to pi times the integration from a to b r squared x dx. So you can also use f of x squared, but I choose r squared x. It is because that's the example I've seen from the video I've watched. So feel free to use f of x squared, r of x squared. It's still the same. So now we all know that the value of our y is equal to x cubed, and our rx is equal to y. So all we have to do is plug in the value of y to our rx. So now we'll have the value of pi times the integration from 0 to 3 x cubed squared dx. So x cubed to the power of 2, we just multiply the power, so we'll get pi times the integration from 0 to 3 x to the power of 6 dx. So now as we integrate the function, we'll get pi times x to the power of 7 over 7 with a upper limit, lower limit of 0 and the upper limit of 3. Now let's plug in the value of our upper limit and lower limit. So we'll get pi times 3 to the power of 7 over 7 minus, we all know that the lower limit is equal to 0, so no need to copy, and just write 0 minus 0, so we'll get the volume, which is equal to 2187 pi over 7. And we can 2187 is not divisible by 7, so just stay as it is. So that's our final answer. So now let's solve this problem using the washer method. So let's say we have a two function, which is y is equal to x squared and y is equal to square root of x, and we're going to find its volume from its rotating axis, which is x. And let's say the curve is bounded between x is equals to 0 and x is equal to 1. So now, as we plot our two functions, which is the f of x and g of x, this is what it looks like. So in this problem, we're going to use the formula, which is volume is equal to pi times the integration from a to b f of x squared minus g of x squared dx. So in the given functions, we have the y is equal to x squared, and the other one is y is equal to square root of x. So all we have to do is plug in the values of f of x and g of x. So our f of x is our upper radius, so the upper radius is x squared, and then our bottom radius, we have the g of x, which is the square root of x. So now we have pi times the integration from 0 to 1 x squared to the power of 2 minus square root of x to the power of 2 dx. Now we'll multiply the exponent of the x squared to the power of 2, so we'll get x to the power of 4 minus square root of 2 to the power of 2 is just simply x, so we have now the value of pi times the integration from 0 to 1 x to the power of 4 minus x dx. Now we're just going to subtract x to the 4th minus x, so we'll get x cubed. So now we have the value of pi times the integration from 0 to 1 x cubed dx. Now as we integrate the value, we'll get pi times x to the power of 4 over 4 with a lower limit of 0 and an upper limit of 1. Now let's just plug in the values, so we'll get pi times 1 to the power of 4 over 4 minus we all know that if we plug in the 0, we'll get 0, so minus 0, so this is our value. So we all know that 1 raised to the power of 4 is only equivalent to 1. So now we'll get our volume, which is V is equal to 1/4 pi.